So we've got the 2025 Hy-Bor Speed Pro Legend with the black Torner O dampener, and the red O dampener is the 2024 Speed Pro Legend. Let's see, 48, 46, both of them the same, Hawk power, identical static weights, and the swing weights are almost the same. 324.1, 325 on the button. So let's see how these go. So both of these have just been strung at the same time, well, within an hour of each other. Today, Head Hawk power has proven to be a really nice feeling string for me, and the response off the racket is just phenomenal. I absolutely love this string, and I find 48, 46 suits really well. Beautiful backhand. So on paper, the 2024 Speed Pro Legend is said to have a higher swing weight. Mine comes up at 325 on the button with this setup. If I change the O dampener, the Torner O dampener, out for a head dampener, that climbs, because those dampeners are about 2 grams heavier than these O dampeners. So yeah, the swing weight does change, and also with strings. If I use Headlinks Tour, it climbs, it's a heavier string. So all these variables I've taken out, both rackets, exactly the same strings, tension, dampener, and the weights have come up almost the same. So let's see how we go here. A little rusty, few weeks between hits, so we might be a little inconsistent here. Now we'll change to the 2024 before these balls get too soft, to try them both with quite new balls. So ultimately the 100D, like I said before, was really nice, but when I tried this and went back and tried the 2024, I just really prefer the consistent launch I get with the Speed Pros. I just know what I'm going to get off the string bed, and just know that when I miss big, it's 100% my fault. Not that it's not necessarily just the racket's fault with anything else, or with the teardrop shaped rackets. You know, my footwork's not that great. I tend to swing a bit too big, out of position a lot, but the feel on this is just so good, so good. I'm going to go to the 2024 now, just to hit it with fresh balls. Now weirdly, one thing I noticed in my previous hits, and I don't know if it's the grip size is the only difference here. The 2024 is a 4.5, so a grip 4, and the 2025 Hy-Bor is grip 3, 4 3/8. So I've gone back down to 4 3/8. So what I felt initially with this is the 2024 kind of felt bigger in the throat for some reason, and they're both sort of glossy. I don't know how to explain how the 2024 just felt a bit bigger in my hand, and not the grip, not just the grip, obviously, but the left hand on the throat, something it feels wider, and a little more cumbersome when I'm swinging through the air. So that's something that, you know, one of the changes they said was the new one, the Hy-Bor, is a little quicker through the air, obviously a little crisper on contact, but that's late as. But yeah, that was one initial thing that I felt, which I found a little bit odd. Timing's a little of a struggle here, but that's all right. Now, initially, there is a little less crispness and there is a little more flexible feeling with this 2024. And that is consistent with what's meant to have happened. The Hy-Bor has crispened up the frame and yeah, made it feel a little stiffer, I suppose you'd say, and more responsive. And it definitely feels that. This to me, I had said before, it kind of feels like a Prestige. I had the Prestige Tour. That sort of flexy, that sexy flexy feel on contact is what I kind of get with this. I still get a bit of it, you know, with the Hy-Bor, just not as much. So some may prefer this, some may prefer the new Hy-Bor. This still feels unreal. Hawk power in this racket just feels fantastic. If you haven't tried it, have a crack. Some people don't like that it doesn't last 30 hours or whatever you want to, you know, have the strings in your rackets for however long. That's obviously an exaggeration, but my first set that I just chopped out in the Hy-Bor was at around the 6-7 hours and was still very playable, and feeling fine. And obviously, because I string my own sticks, anything around the 6 hours I'm happy with. I don't care. I want it to feel good. I want it to play nice, how I like it. I just want that response, the response that I like, which I get from... the sun's right in your face there. I've picked the good end. The response I get from those Hawk touch and also this string since trying it is very similar. Very sort of responsive, kind of reaching for it, sort of a trampoline-y, but not an out of control trampoline. Just a nice sort of springboard effect. Just feels soft and powerful, responsive. That's just how it feels compared to other strings. It's a very different sort of a feel to all the other strings that I've tried. I've tried a lot of them, and I just love the response I get from this string. So anything around the 6 hours is good enough for me. If I'm playing a tournament, I'll have 2 rackets the same, and I've got this 2024 as a third, which is close enough to the new one. You know, that gets me through just fine. And obviously going home after, say, day 1, if I've won a match or whatever, I can restring. That's not a problem. Sorry. So I'll tell you, the differences are quite small, I would say. If you've got a 2024 and you love it, well, there's no need to change. There's no need to change. You'll get a little more crispness, a little more response out of the new one. You'll get some gold lettering, which looks unbelievable. For the most part, it's meant to be a lower swing weight. So if that's an issue for you, obviously, that's an advantage. Oh, string. Was that a string? Yeah? No? Oh, geez. Just sounded like it, yeah. So yeah, to be honest, I don't see it necessary to change. The differences aren't humongous, especially, like I said, if you like the 2024 version. For me, this little bit of extra crispness sort of brought it. Oh, sorry, it's reaching. sort of brought it kind of a little more similar to the Percept 100D. Gave it that little bit of extra response that racket has, but this is so much more comfortable, soft. Feels unbelievable. Oh yeah, yeah. So shots like that are something that I thought I wanted a lighter racket for, so I could really wrist balls when I'm out of position because of my age and my lack of footwork. Sorry, but what I found is, you know, the Extreme Pro is probably the only racket that I was able to do that consistently with, and I really loved that racket. But I was just getting some higher launches than I wanted to on a lot of balls, and I don't know. It's nowhere near as stable as this. Nowhere near as stable as this. So ultimately, the extra weight on this just doesn't faze me. It's not an issue. Oh, sorry. I seem to hit those balls better with this racket anyway, and I think because of that weight, I can handle it, but I don't need to swing so hard at it. Just got to get your racket behind the ball, give it a bit of a nudge, and you get a pretty good result. Oh my God, like you can really feel it. On some balls, you really do feel quite a difference actually. Oh, sorry. There's that extra crispness, firmness about it that just really feels fantastic. Sounds unbelievable, sounds so good. With the 2024, sometimes you're swinging at the ball and you feel like the racket's lagging a little too much behind you because of that extra flex, but this one you absolutely don't get that. Oi. So I don't know, you know, there's something about it. There is something about it in the hand. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. They're both 23mm constant beams. For some reason, maybe mine's a little thicker than normal. I don't know. If only, hey. But it just feels there in the hand. It just feels a little more cumbersome. It really does. It's all that left hand. It just feels a little more cumbersome. They are the same spec, same weight, balance. I didn't test the balance. I was in a bit of a rush to get out, but I can check that and just put it up here. But I reckon they're both much the same. So yeah, they're both fantastic. I could play with either one, and really the Hy-Bor does just add that little bit of crispness that a lot of people thought this was missing. All right, back to the 2024. Oh, I mean, it's so buttery soft. It is so buttery soft. Clint's using the Percept 100D down the other end. He loves it. He also loves these speeds. Another racket nut like myself. Oh! Oh, that bounce. Oi! So let's talk about the Hy-Bor technology. Apparently, from what I'd heard and been told without Googling anything from someone at Head, it was used in the 80s, the boron, and back in the 80s they wanted heavy sticks, and the boron is a light material, light and stable, so they stopped using it because it's too light. And now obviously they want lighter rackets, yet still stable. So boron has come back into play. Another thing I'd heard was that the boron was exuberantly expensive, and they stopped using it because of that. I think it was used in a Prince racket, and yeah, it was too expensive. I'm not sure how much they were using in there or what's required. As far as I know, it's in the throat of this racket. I don't know how much is used, but those are the things I've seen, been told. Now, as I said, rackets are getting lighter, but they don't want to lose stability. Oh, is it going to spin back? Almost. Now, it still has the Exotic 2.0 in the Hy-Bor, which I'm going to go back to now. This still feels great. Really still feels great. It is noticeably more flexible through contact, even through the swing. It just feels a little bigger. This is all feel what I'm feeling. The weights, well, that's me leaning back and everything. As I said, the weights are virtually the same, yet this one with the Hy-Bor is definitely quicker through the air. There's no doubt about it. It is quicker through the air, and it is exactly the same spec virtually as the other one. Oh, I wouldn't have got that if I tried. It's no, just comfortable, and that's the thing. It's the only thing. I mean, with that feels fantastic.
This redirects pace really well.
Yeah, and that's similar to this. You don't have to go balls out, but I feel like this has got more juice to it. That's lighter. That's still more maneuverable than this new one, a bit. But this is definitely nicer on contact, far nicer on contact, softer, but still crisp. Oh, sorry. It's all right. The one thing I've got to try to learn against Clint is moving forward and moving back a bit better. I tend to take these balls too high. He's like 6'4" or 6'3", 6'4", and hits with great margin over the net with a lot of spin, but still has velocity on the ball, and I get caught whether to move forward or move back, and I'm too lazy to do it, so I'm hitting balls up here. I'm going to get my hands on the Speed Tour 97 that's coming out. I will get my hands on the demo and see what that's all about, but I don't see myself switching at all. I'm really happy with this. I think it's better for my game than a 97. I'm just going to get a bit smaller sweet spot, and whilst it might feel phenomenal on the one-hander and through the air, a bit more maneuverable, but 18x20 pattern on this is what I've always loved in rackets, starting with the old Radicals in the late 90s, early 2000s. They were 18x20, and that's what I love. And in the 100, it gives you that comfort and more spin. It's kind of perfect in my eyes. And I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but each to their own. You've got to play to your own strengths and use what suits you. And this definitely suits me better than any other 16, 19 racket that I've used. Some buttery slices. Oh. you can just swing out. You can just swing out with this. I mean, I get the same with that. You can swing out with that. I think I get more spin with this. I don't know. It's just.
Seen that, but like you lifted up from a very low height. You've seen that.
Yeah, it just gets the revs on it. It looks sensational. I mean, to me, this looks far better than the Percept, even the navy or purple, whatever you want to call it, the new Percept that's come out. I don't mind it at all, but I love black and white. Oh. Whew. The beauty under here, as I said, the sound is phenomenal. Oh. Oh. I'll just hit a couple of volleys. So a couple of volleys. Continue on. Oh, it's just so solid. Oh. 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 So yeah, the difference between the two again, even at the net, is just more direct here. Oh. Oh. Whew. Oh. Man, it's warm. Oh, it's hot. Now, volleys is something we should be practicing more. Volleys and smashes we don't practice enough of at all, considering. Oh, shot! I thought I was beat. Oh. Oi. Jeez. Oh, the legs are dying already. We've been hitting for 37 minutes. Oh, Jesus. Shit. Indecisive whether to go forward or not. Sorry. Have a couple of volleys in the net with the 2024. Oh, soft. Oh. Sorry, what a feed. Yeah. Oh. It's definitely just that little bit softer, the 2024 model, which is nice. From the back of the court, you feel it not quite as direct. Otherwise, I mean, it's very, very much the same. Oh. Oh. Oh, sorry. Whew. Oh. Oh. Okay, back to the Hy-Bor. straight away it definitely feels lighter. Feels lighter through the air. I've said it 1,000 times already. Oh, that came off the line like crazy. And going to the 4 3/8 grip 3 is definitely the way to go for me. I've chopped and changed all my life really. I used to use a huge grip when I was 12. I had overgrip on overgrip on overgrip, and the thing was massive, and I don't know why I liked it then. It was even a slippery grip. I didn't want to change it. And then went to the 1 overgrip or 2 overgrip and chopped and changed. 4 3/8, 4.5. I went 4 5/8 for a little while, and then settled on 4.5 for a long time. And now, after trying a few different rackets, I've found I do prefer 4 3/8 with 1 overgrip. Now, tinkering with weights and stuff, I'm not going to do. I'm absolutely stoked with how this one is. The second one that I bought is 3 swing weight points higher, which isn't huge, but it's a little annoying in a sense. But I've played them side by side, and and it's not a huge difference. It's ideal to have them the same so you can tinker with it how you want to, because with the swing weight being higher, you can't bring it down. It's only going up. It's not coming down. But it feels fine. It feels absolutely fine. It feels light enough. It's 327 swing weight. It's not high. So yeah, I'll use it like this one. I mean, I might not notice a difference if I just pull them out and just don't think about it. So when it comes to all these different technologies, I mean, I don't know how much attention you really should be paying to it, because I don't know how much difference it really makes in the grand scheme of things, especially when you consider a lot of the pros are still using older sticks. So getting used to something and learning its strengths and weaknesses, or how it really suits your game, finding the right string setup, weight setup, is probably more important than worrying about whether there's Hy-Bor or whatever else in the racket. All right. Because like I said, I don't know how much Hy-Bor is in here, in that throat section there. I'm sure they're not going to tell us. And you call it a marketing ploy or whatever, as all the brands do. But for what it's worth, it's definitely, it's definitely made this racket more responsive. Oh, sorry. Some people thought the 2024 was a little too soft, a little too muted. This has changed that for the better. Oh, it's so buttery soft still. Sorry, it's in. All right, 2024. Let's see. Having to react a little faster. Probably going to feel on the back end a little more lag. You know, if you think about it that way, sometimes it feels with flexible rackets, the tip of the racket's really lagging behind. Oh, definitely straight away that feels heavier. Sorry. Oh. Oh. There's not a huge, this is the old one, It's not a huge difference. It's just this one's a bit more flexible. This one's definitely a little more flexible feel, not as responsive. Oh, it just feels great though. Still feels great. Is at contact. It's at contact. You feel this frame goes back a bit, gets pushed back a little bit. The other one, the Hy-Bor, it just responds. Bang, bang, bang. Just that little bit crisper, stiffer response. So, oh yes. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Getting wrecked. Oh. Yeah, just still feels good. Still feels great. But definitely. Oh, this just feels. Sorry. Just feels so much more responsive. Yeah. Just unreal. Oh, jeez. Oh. So just quickly in the same conditions. Let's try the second stick. Strung the same. The static weight is, I think it's like a gram difference, if that. And like I said, the swing weight is 3 points higher in this one. So let's, okay, end of the day, end of the hit. So a little more tired now, but let's see if I can really feel much of a difference and be totally honest about it. Oh. Like, to be honest straight away, in the hand, I would say yes. I can feel 3 points difference. A little more head heavy, it feels. That might just be balance. Look, I'd say yeah. A little bit, yeah. Feels a little bit heavier in the swing weight. 324 versus 327 in this one. But marginal, you know, really marginal. Yeah, I'll have to check the balances, but I'm pretty sure they're both 7 points headlight. I checked all that when I bought them, and yeah, it's when I got them home. Anyway, I didn't get them at the store. If you can get them at the store and they've got a swing weight machine there, you can test them. If there's, say, 5 on the shelf, you can test them all and take which one you want, which is really ideal. Oh, so those high backhands was one of my concerns going away from this racket originally. Oh, the feet just didn't know what to do there. I just thought I'd just hop like a bloody rabbit. Yeah, the high backhands, I don't know why I went to something like the Extreme. Found it easier, but the flip side of that is the stability is not there, and this isn't heavy anyway, so it's really whinging about nothing. Oh. Oh, man, just feels unbelievable. So let's go back to the 324 swing weight in the Hy-Bor. Yeah, I mean, in the hand, it definitely feels lighter. I'll put up the static weights when I do the video, because maybe I was wrong. From memory, it was like a gram, if that, but I could be wrong. There might be a couple of grams in it, and that's what I can feel. Whee! Only a couple of loose shots here or there, which is fantastic for me. Normally quite a oh jeez, a loose cannon. Yeah. Hey, it just feels like it just go where you want it, eh? Yeah. Like I was going down the line, but I don't know. Not that well. So hopefully, guys, this has been a little bit of a okay insight to the differences between the two, 2024 Speed Pro Legend and the 2025 Hy-Bor Speed Pro Legend. Again, if you've got the 2024, don't feel the need to change it if you're really happy with it, because it's not a massive difference. And depending on what specs you find or have, you know, if you've got a heavy spec 2024, then maybe yeah, you might want to go, you know, and get a Hy-Bor, because chances are you're going to get that sort of mid sort of 320s, 325s, 324 or lower. I've seen some lower. Once you've got an O dampener or a different dampener, the other dampeners are a bit heavier, so that increases the swing weight. So these are things to take into account. That's why I've gone to the Sampras inspired O dampeners from Torna. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was just like a 6. The hand just relaxed then. I'm just going to roll over a few serves. And firstly, oh, those lights are terrible. Those lights right there. They need to turn these lights on, or there's no lights there, but the lights are right where the ball toss goes. So I'll just try to take it easy. The arm's feeling great at the moment, so we'll run with that. Absolutely stoked. So I've gone back to the hitch step, or pinpoint step if you want to call it. So I changed to the platform stance. I changed to the platform stance when I had my brachialis issue with the golfer's elbow, when that started. And ultimately I went to the platform because I took a bit of stress off. So I thought, but ultimately what happened is I didn't change my ball toss height, so I was getting stuck here and really laying back and throwing here without really getting down the back in the trophy position, if you want to call it. And that strain here is what's caused the tight pronator teres and the what was thought of permanent tendonitis in the bone. And so, with a little bit of self video analysis, that one's out. Yeah, thanks. So with a bit of self video analysis, I picked it up and thought, well, it's time now to go back to the pinpoint stance, which I prefer as well. And it feels a lot better. So ultimately, the start of my tennis, or my golfer's elbow issues, was overuse from not having played for 10 years and going straight into some heavy serving match play. And that kicked off the brachialis issue. And then it looked like it's a technical issue. Trying 1,000 different rackets, didn't do anything. Strings didn't do anything. Tension did nothing. That it appears to have been the technical change that I'd made was for the worse. With that platform stance, my body position just became lazy, and I really laid my arm back without getting a proper throw. So that seemed to really strain the arm. So that, with the shockwave and laser and electroneedling, seems to have really made a massive difference, because I've been serving before Christmas, had 2 hits with Clint, and did far more serving than I'd been able to do in the past year, and recovering fine. You know, still that bit of pain in the tendonitis slightly, but like right now, it feels unreal. So let's try the 2024 and a couple of serves. Two serves, and both felt a little heavier through the air. Yeah. Those last two were with the 2024. It feels a little heavier through the air, but I mean, we're talking marginal. So prior to having this shockwave and electroneedle therapy, I couldn't do any serving like this. I couldn't serve any sort of volume. I'd throw, 5 or maybe 10 serves max over, and they were just rolled serves, and my arm was absolutely killing me. So the fact that I can serve this amount right now means that maybe for the first time in 2 years I can actually practice my serve, because I absolutely have not been able to. So one thing I've got to make sure I don't do is try to overhit, because I don't know if my arm can take it these days. But I'm going to go back to the Hy-Bor. Yeah, just definitely same spec, feels lighter. I can tell you, I'm absolutely stoked with my arm. It's just an absolute pleasure to be able to play without pain. Something you definitely take for granted when you're not with any injury. 2 more. 2 more. Oh. Oh, it's so good to serve without pain. So yeah, again, this Hy-Bor just feels a little quicker through the air, crisper. You don't feel that bit of flex so much. Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's a relatively small difference, but yeah, it's a difference that some people might think it's worth a change. For me, yeah, because it's just crisper and more direct. That's what I liked about the 100D, the Percept 100D, just that little bit more directness than the 2024 Speed Pro Legend. But now this one is doing that for me, so it's here to stay for sure. So I hope you enjoyed, guys, and again, don't feel the need to change unless you just want to, or you know, you really feel that it will make a difference to you. If you've got a higher spec, a heavier Speed Pro from 2024, then definitely this might be the way to go rather than changing. If you're thinking you might need something lighter, this new Hy-Bor Speed Pro Legend could be for you. So anyway, I look forward to trying the 97 Tour and just see how that works for my game and how I hit the ball. I'm sure I'm going to like it a lot, but I don't see myself going away from 100. This doesn't feel big. It's just easy to play with. It gives me everything. It gives me the launch that I've always loved. So I'm going to stick to this, and no doubt, you know, still have some demons going on in my head when I'm trying the 97 Tour. But ultimately, it's not going to be for me when I really look at it seriously. It's just not going to maybe be as easy. Maybe it will be. I don't know. I really don't know until I have it in my hand and try playing with it. So anyway, this comparo was as fair as it can be. Identical specs virtually, playing at the same time. So it's I don't like to do comparisons when it's a different day because you've got different conditions, and I've done that before and that's a mistake. So yeah, and Hawk power just feels phenomenal. 48, 46 is just an absolute weapon in this stick. So yeah, Speed Legend Pro Hy-Bor is definitely a winner. It's definitely a step in the right direction from head, and I couldn't be more pleased with how it plays and how it looks. It looks phenomenal.